right, welcome back. Everyone needs, and of course, we are hot after it. Before we even get started, Dom, break down, let everybody know about our Patreon, all that good stuff for that they can, and it'll be in the show notes as well for them to come check out our Patreon.
Y'all, we got a Patreon now. We got bonus content. We rolling it out back to back. Crank that, so y'all sign up. Patreon / everyone needs an Aquarius. We're gonna be coming in hot with all the dope stuff for y'all. It is going to be worth y'all while. Please sign up, share with your friends, and become our friends, become patrons of our show. We got something really great happening here, and it would not be possible without y'all. So yeah.
All right, let's get right into it. Hot off the presses. You're watching True Detective, so let's go there.
Yes, I literally I was in the middle of an episode, and then I wanted to finish it, but then there was a plot. It was a twist, and then I was like, "Hold on, all right, let's push. Let's go back to 6:00, not 6:30, because I want to be able to watch it all consecutively." I'm on episode 7 of season 6. I started watching this show last week because I watched episode 1 of season 4. Now, I was told that none of the seasons connect, right? So I start watching season 1, and immediately in the first episode, something connects to episode 1 of season 4. So I was like, hold the fuck up. But it was crazy out the gate. They came out swinging, and then it's just season 1 is with Woody Harrelson and my guy Matthew McConaughey. I love his little country self. But season 2, y'all don't have to watch because they don't connect. The most interesting thing I'm gonna tell y'all about season 2 is if that baby is Colin Farrell's kid or not. That is the most interesting thing that happens that entire season. Season 3 with Mahershala Ali, my guy.
It's good.
Did he win an award for this season? That show?
I think did he win an Emmy for that?
I think he won an Emmy for that. I could be wrong. He won an Emmy for something, but I thought it was True Detective. It's so good, y'all. And what's really dope about season 3 is that it expands over a period of, it's like 3 decades. So it's really dope because you get to see him young, you kind of see him middle age, and you see him later in life much older. So it's really, really crazy. And it's like a really great cast, and it's crazy because shit like this can happen for real.
Yeah, he won Outstanding Lead Actor in a Limited Series. Well, he got nominated for Outstanding Lead Actor in a Limited Series for True Detective in 2019.
Okay. That was 2019?
Yeah, 2019.
He recently won an Emmy for something, so it wasn't that.
Yeah, he won 2020 for the Outstanding Children's Program. We are doing the Kids of Oakland MLK Oratorical Fest.
Okay, cool. I saw him win something, and it wasn't Moonlight. I knew it was something. I remember I could see him on that stage. I didn't know that. So there's this wide gap between season 3 and season 4.
Yeah. I didn't even know they was even redoing it until like that it was a new season until a few weeks ago. Because I was like, oh, they must not never be doing that again. That's what I thought with True Detective.
Yeah, it's so good, y'all. It is worth the watch. So listen, I hop on here and I tell Daryl how, I'm at this part where it do this. And he was like, oh yeah, Woody Harrelson, daddy is one of the guys that they saying, when they talk about the people that could have killed JFK, his daddy, one of the people. Look his daddy up. So I'm like, wait, what? I never heard this in my life. I love Woody Harrelson. I feel like everybody loves Woody Harrelson. Like I've never heard, nobody ever talked shit about him. He's kind of like America's sweetheart if we keeping it a bean. Like nobody says anything bad about him. Matthew McConaughey either, right? So I'm looking him up. I was like, oh, this motherfucker was a contract killer for the Americans, like for the states, for our people. And then he says, what'd you tell me to go look up?
I said, go look up the name of Woody Harrelson's mother, also the ex-husband of Woody Harrelson's dad. And her name, ex-wife, yeah. Her name is Diane Lou Oswald. It's not his sister, it is one of his cousins of Lee Harvey Oswald.
Y'all. When I tell you,
hey, that's when people get that conspiracy. That's that. This is before 2003 conspiracy, so that's why I can dabble in that.
I legit am like sitting here, floored and flustered because I've never heard this in my life.
It's true story. Woody,
I don't want to start digging and looking, and then sometimes last time you read something, that be what you start having dreams about. I don't want no weird shit manifesting. Like, I like happy dreams. Like last night I had a dream because I've been talking a lot about something that happened when I was in elementary school where this girl flung this boy into the fence and his head got dented. So I like put the class picture on my close friends and I zoomed in on the girl that flung him and then the boy that got flung. And I was like Timon and Pumbaa. So like when he tried to like fight her, I was like, I don't think that's a good idea. So last night I had a dream that we was trying to have like this class reunion and then retake the class photo. But it was like every time we tried to take it, people would leave the scene. So I like happy dreams like that.
Hey, it gets ill, man.
I don't want to be manifesting. Next thing you know, I'm in Dallas.
Look, Woody Harrelson's dad was a wild boy, man. Like he was a wild boy.
Yeah, like they said that, like
he killed 3 people and didn't get really convicted to the last murder in 1980. So Woody Harrelson blew up right after his dad got locked up for the last time. Because Cheers, I think he got on Cheers in probably 86, 87, somewhere in there. Okay. So his dad gets locked up in 1980 for life for murder of a judge.
Yeah, that is like I'm sitting here. I am so confused, and like I just told you, I said I'm surprised that like there's a joke in there somewhere, right?
Oh,
there's a joke, and I'm surprised that King of the Hill because there's a full episode, like I said, where
it's like, let me stop you. He escaped in '95. I forgot that part for a minute. He escaped in 95 for like a couple of days. And then they was like, fuck that. We send you to ADX in Colorado, which is the Supermax prison. He escaped in 95.
That is crazy. I am shook. Like I literally, like I said, there's a joke there. And I don't. And King of the Hill.
I mean, in No Country for Old Men, have you ever seen No Country for Old Men?
No, I heard of it. George Clooney's in it.
Right, but they mentioned him in that movie. That's part of the reason I start deep diving.
Oh, okay. I have to check it out. I like Rex, and I tend to go check them out when that happens. That's crazy. Like I'm still sitting here, like okay. And somebody
there's a podcast series I'm looking up, I guess, called Son of a Hitman on Spotify that goes through his dad because his dad's got a crazy life, man. Like,
okay, so here's the thing: is that I feel like I'm gonna get attacked in the comments about this, right? Because I know you're gonna make this a clip. But y'all, I'm Black. I really didn't know. Like, there's certain things I just enjoy things at the surface level sometimes for what they are. Like, that's the cool thing about me, and this is how I maintain my innocence. Okay, I have to have some sort of hope in this life. Okay, because my homegirl said on my podcast last week, she said, "Hey, I think we all got to be a little crazy to do this thing called life," and she probably is correct.
Yeah, but I love these little parts of life. Like, dude, the comedic or the irony that Woody Harrelson's dad is a contract killer and is associated with the death of JFK, and he just does regular movies and sits out here and nobody talks about
nobody say shit. Is that gotta be, you know how people when they say,
it's probably questions when you get him as an interviewee, they probably automatically is at the top.
Yeah, no, don't ask him about his daddy, his mama, none of it. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. That's in the writer. When you like decorating his room, don't if you see him, don't make eye contact and don't ask him about his daddy. Yo, my writer gonna be so fucking crazy, dog. Listen, I be having writers when I go home.
Man, it says the actor does not mention or talk about his father much at all. It doesn't say.
Is he married? He's married, right?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I feel like he got kids.
He said he would go sit and talk to him once a year.
Oh, okay. Dang, I didn't, but I'm gonna say this. Woody Harrelson aged pretty well.
Because he would look real young when he was on Cheers. Then when he went to the then he looked old for a while, and then he got old as he looked.
Yeah, I might because that's
when he cut his hair. When he cut his hair.
Yeah, they said he's 62. I didn't realize he was that old.
Yeah,
and then they said, oh, he married somebody in 2008, Laura Louie. Okay. Because I know he got kids. Yeah, he got kids for sure. I was like, where he live? Let me run into him at the bar. Because then I'll and then another for me to get you look it up and be like, so about your daddy.
Man, it's probably people that talk to him. I wonder how often he gets that. And I wonder if he gets it more now with the internet that people can find that out than he did. Because I mean, no, you did. I don't remember seeing. I found out about that like I said, early 2000s.
Okay.
So if he had a ball with somebody in 96, 97 when Natural Born Killers comes out, nobody's probably sitting there like, hey, I didn't know your dad was a hitman. Like,
yeah.
Or you know what? It may have been common knowledge to people back then too, because the nigga didn't kill 3 people, Dom. I mean, and went to trial.
Somebody wrote an article. Okay, yeah, it's The Sins of the Father. That's not the podcast, right?
No, the podcast was named Son of a Hitman.
Okay, because there's an article in the Telegraph back in April about his dad. So it says The Violent Life of Woody Harrelson's Hitman Father, and that was published last April. And then Movie Web in June of last year said people discover. Let me read this. Let me load it. People discovered Woody Harrelson's dad was a convicted hitman. Yeah, like we could talk offline about something, but honestly, after learning that nothing surprises me anymore.
My question is with this is we can move on in a second, but I don't. This would think about if Woody Harrelson played his dad, and I think he would get an Oscar.
He would. Okay, so we have to pitch this. Let's write it and pitch it. I could bring
the
in
only
my
problem
homeboy.
is that Woody Harrelson's too old now. He would have to play his dad in prison, like reflecting on his life, and then we have to get somebody else to play him.
He got kids. That's what their kids are for. Let them. I believe
in nepotism. Young, I think they're like kids.
Well,
because he got married in 2008 because he didn't have no kids before that.
Yeah. So listen, we'll figure it out. That don't mean that he couldn't have no baby mamas up in there.
That's true.
Listen, people were talking about last year being the year of nepotism, nepo pay babies, and all that stuff. White people got it figured out. Black people, we need to be more on that shit because you better believe my kids, they will reap whatever benefits of the hard work.
I'm Doja. They sleep. Yeah, we part of Just Posted Podcast, man. The best show on this network. Come on, check, girl.
Seriously, man. Just Posted. It's just me and Doja sitting back talking about what the fuck going on in the world and the streets.
We said labor of love. He said labor of love. I ain't say that shit. Shout out to everybody coming to watch though, man. We really appreciate y'all. Holla at y'all later.
Hey man, this nigga just tall for no reason.
I'm gone.
And he do regular jobs. Don't forget that.
And the trials and tribulations that I went through, why would I make them suffer?
Yeah, because I went
Why?
through it. What Jay-Z say, I did it for Hov. I mean, Hov did it, so you don't have to go through that.
Hey, for what? Listen, Blue Ivy want to be a performer. I'm gonna be there supporting my niece.
Yeah, I got an idea for this Woody here. You know what? It can't be. Somebody's had to pitch this to him, man. Like, it can't be. This is too easy money. He's had to decline this.
I'll
There's no way,
ask,
Dom. There's no way. Woody Harrelson has had to decline this kind of, because it's sitting there.
we would have. I know, because I feel like we would have known by now.
No, I'm saying he's probably shut it down before people even want to talk about it.
I feel like there's still
money.
But here's the thing, because of the world that we live in now, in the past 13 years of how internet social media has like taken a whole nother twist and turn. I feel like that would have been something we heard about. Even if he declined it, like if it was an idea or something, we would have heard about it potentially. I feel like, because like you said, that's just like O'Shea, playing his dad.
But it's like it's a weird thing, because I wonder if it's hard for him because his dad did all this fucked up stuff. Do you want to even like highlight it because it was so like? Do you want to be a part of that? Is the question.
Did his mom ever? Let's look to see. Did she ever remarry? Diane Lou Oswald? Probably not. Oh no, she was only married to him 1959 to 64.
Right, she wasn't married to him.
Probably the first time he did a big. So she was only married to him.
She's a screenwriter too in LA. So I'm trying to. I don't understand.
Oh, she's still alive. Yeah, don't say she died.
No, she's still alive.
I didn't know she was a.
So dang, she had 3 kids by him fast.
Yeah, back to back.
There's 3 boys. Damn it, in a 4 or 5 year period. Shit.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh, they grew up poor.
Oh, but she said they grew up very religious. So.
So Woody was 7 when they broke up. Okay, yep.
Yeah. So she probably shielded them from all of that. When she probably.
Yeah, it said he didn't even know about his dad until he heard his name on the radio, and he's 11 to 12. This article I'm looking at says.
Wow. And they're saying that Charles was a contract assassin involved in organized crime. Oswald knew about it. Hence, she was not surprised when he ended up in prison. She had fallen out of love by the time Woody passed his preteen years. However, she never spoke ill of him, despite him not being the best husband or father. But they said that he wasn't even around when they even before they separated. Damn.
Oh man. Because you can play this
and she didn't talk about him.
So, oh man, you could play this so many ways. Because you could think about, you could have his self come talk to his dad and him playing his dad, or you could have him going in and have. Oh, you could play this so many different ways. He talked to his father once a year. Went to go visit him once a year.
Yeah, I wonder if they wrote letters.
That's what I'm saying. And oh man, Hollywood, you know what? I'm convinced that he is not one that he has no interest in doing this, particularly if his mother's still alive, probably too.
Yeah, I was gonna say probably mainly because of that.
Yeah, because then he'd have to dive into like how much his mother knew, because some of the murders was when she was around.
That's what I was gonna say. Okay. So him not being around. So was he just like not like? Was this an hourly job where they was paying you like $15 an hour? Because I feel like
they give you like $6,000 and go kill somebody real quick and roll back out.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I'm like, he had to have a little change during that time for him, and he made it hard for that woman and them kids, niggas. Or okay, not niggas, but Yankees.
Yeah, I mean, same thing. I mean, it's in this case, it's a pejorative.
Yeah.
All right, Brick Girl. What's the Brick Girl's name?
Rhoda.
Yeah, Rhoda. It's come out. They're charging her now with GoFundMe fraud, basically wire transfer. You know, they roll out 15 different mail fraud. Anytime you do with the money, they get 6 charges on your ass.
I'm just irritated because now I'm just thinking back to Bitcoin. So now I'm irritated. Anytime they try to get a black or a person of color caught up in something, I think, and then I think about that, and I'm just thinking about that young Indian boy that's in jail right now because that motherfucker screwed him over.
Straight up snitch, all the way, and like gleefully.
Man.
Yeah, I mean, Rhoda. I mean, Rhoda. I mean, and then they said she hit the dude first, and then it wasn't a brick. He threw a water bottle at her.
It was a skit. Well, we had come to find out.
Oh, it's a skit? It was a skit?
Yeah, not too much long after that. Like she had it was like a whole consent thing. People had exposed her not too much longer after that came out, and we did the episode.
Yeah, okay. Damn.
So like there's a whole series of things like, but she was trying to say no, this time it wasn't that. And so that's how people ended up donating to her. So I don't know. Like, listen, I can admit when I'm wrong because y'all motherfuckers want me to apologize. You know, I'm still team believe black women. I know that people in the comments that are like, she's Somali. You know, they don't look at themselves like they are black and blah, 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 blah. That could be very well true. But I'm not Somali, so I don't know how they think, what their beliefs are. But I am here to say, you know what? Hey, I got it wrong this time, guys. So for that, I can say, my bad.
Hey, look. That's all the people wanted.
That's all they wanted. That's all y'all wanted. Now, what y'all need to stop doing is saying that women don't know how to be accountable because we do, because I just apologize.
No,
I fucked up. My bad.
We appreciate you for that. Surviving Diddy. Hold up, let me get my timestamp before I can get that grab eye.
It's like every week.
All right, so you want to go into the thing first that we discussed with the young lady, the young R&B lady from the early 2000s, or do you want to play you the Gene Deal clip first?
Play me the Gene Deal clip.
All right, hold on. All right, y'all, I'm gonna play it for her personally, but y'all will hear it. But y'all won't hear how when I play it to her, but I'm gonna play it for her. Hold on. All right, we're gonna do something different here, y'all. So we're gonna share it live. We figured out how to do this here. So we sharing this live. This is
I've been known, but you just didn't ask for help.
Yeah. Thanks. Man. Anyway, so now we Dom is gonna react to this live.
Okay.
All right.
Open the door, and the dude said, "Yo, I'm here for my cousin." I said, "Who your cousin?" And he said, "Ja Rule." I said, "Well, he busy right now." He said, "He busy doing what?" I said, "He with Puff. They're in the room. They busy. They don't want to be bothered." He said, "Well, I'm going in there." I said, "Bro, you ain't going in there because he told me they don't want nobody to be bothering them." He was like, "Yo, I don't care, man. I'm going in there." That boot like that. I said, "Yo, bro, Jesus Christ had to come down here and take the air out of my body before you get in that room right there. Watch. He tried to bum rush me. I grabbed him and threw him against the piano. When I threw him into the piano, Puff and Ja Rule runs out the room. Puff got his towel, Ja grabbing his towel, but they butt the naked. And so then,
look, you ready for the punchline. Dude, it was like, okay, this is a regular fight. And then that last 3 seconds, it just goes that way.
I was almost about to say, ain't we tired of Gene Deal talking? And then that happens. And then it's like,
no, we're not. He's the best stand-up comedian in the world right now. Not Cat Williams, not Dave Chappelle, Gene Deal.
how long has this clip been out? Because
Oh, no, this is brand new. This is brand new.
Where's 50 Cent?
Oh, this just dropped. So, oh, you know he coming. He gonna wait though. He gonna wait. You know, Ja Rule. 50 sitting there like he gonna wait till like 2 a.m.
Because I was already like, well, what kind of room is it? Is it a dining room?
He threw him into a piano. So I'm trying to think what kind of room, like what area this
could have been like a penthouse suite or something.
Yeah. And it's a piano there, and he just But then why was Ja Rule? So was Gene was on the inside working security, not outside the room.
Yeah.
But there's a room inside the room.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Oh, you know, because like some penthouses, like if you go stay at the Ritz, it's like an apartment.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
It's the end part though. You like, oh dang, he just beat up Ja Rule cousin. That's what's the big deal about that? It's that last 3 seconds that gets you.
So also, we got to figure out how to get to Gene Deal. We got to talk to him.
Oh man, dude.
And we can just like drop our St. Louis badge, just like we have this hilarious like podcast, and we would love to talk to you. We got to work on that pitch after tonight's episode. Like,
yeah, we got that Gene Deal. That's
and I'm coming in there with my professional voice.
Oh yeah,
I'm going to take it very seriously because I have so many questions for you, Gene Deal. Because was there anybody else in the room? Were there people in the living room area when this went down? Give us more details about this night, this infamous night. But they were butt ass naked, as you said.
And Gene Deal will tell you, he'll be like, so it was me, Corrupt from the Dog Pound. Also, Craig Mack was sipping on a little bit of yak in the corner because I remember he looked at me and pointed and was like, what we gonna do after this? And I was like, Craig, we gonna go to the little spot after this. And also, guess who? You know who else was up in there? This is Gene Deal. You know who else is up in there? The crazy part? Andre Harrell was up in there for a minute too, but he ain't go in there for some. He just came in and got his jacket when I got there and walked back out. That's how Gene Deal talking his stories. Actually, no, he'd be like, you know who was there with crazy thing? Who was there? Woody Harrelson.
I'm gonna say this. So I met Andre Harrell when I worked at Saks. I saw him.
I heard he was super cool.
He's hella cool because I was like, "What's up, Andre?" Because he was already like kind of peeping, and I was like, "Oh, I should have went for the gusto."
All right, let's get into the other surviving Diddy story, the more serious.
Like, hold on, I just need a second.
Okay,
like we know, we know what we know, right? And we know what we are hearing, but it's just different. I just wasn't expecting him to say that because, like I said, I was already wondering what was happening in the room. Like I just wasn't expecting him to say that right then and there. So I just needed a moment. Okay, all right, okay, I'm fine. So in surviving Diddy, you know, this has been an ongoing situation. It's just crazy because I literally, dare I ask you, how do we think this is going to go on? What else do we think is going to come out? You know, and now the lawsuit that happened where it is saying it names Harvey Pierre and Puffy as defendants in this other suit. They're saying that the Jane Doe is somebody that is well known, and Jane Doe is around my age, so she's like 37, 38 years old, And so the issue with this is that, of course, Jane Doe wants to remain anonymous, but they're saying that as details come out and discovery happens, and as people are reading, they will probably be able to figure out who this young lady is. And so at first it was coming across like they wanted to seal this suit altogether, but it actually is not. They want to be able to name her in the suit. So
and I mean, I'm gonna give Puffy some grace here with this. That's his
I am, yeah, that is his lawyers for sure,
yeah.
And
That's his lawyers
so
opinion.
the crazy thing is like you and I, we've talked about this. We were trying to place people of or who this person of importance.
We ain't naming them here. It was a private conversation.
It was a private. Oh no.
Yeah.
But it's just really interesting because the people that we all are thinking of or that would be in my age bracket, it's not many people.
Mm-mm.
It's not at all. And so it's like I'm interested to see how is this gonna play out. And also, how come this hasn't been settled yet?
Because how many has he settled so far?
The one that we know of so far is only Cassie.
Oh, he didn't settle any of the other suits?
No, because it's the only one that's still kind of going. People had said that he assaulted them, but I don't know if anything ever came of those. It was just people coming out saying what happened to them.
Oh, the one he settled was the one with Diageo.
Yeah,
that's what I'm thinking about when I saw that. Okay.
Yeah, okay. So he no longer owns any of his alcohol brands.
Dang.
Every dog has its day. Dog days over.
And look at Gene Deal shining.
This is crazy, right? Like this is so crazy.
Gene Deal.
I'm just
and it's so funny in all different ones. He wears different STL hats.
I know. I need to get some more STL hats. Listen. I'm still there. I'm sorry. And nothing is shocking anymore. It's just I just wasn't expecting that to go there. Like I said,
you was like, oh, he beat up Ja Rule's cousin. Like it was a story about that. No, it's not. That's not the tagline in this.
Like yeah, wow.
Shout out to the great Gene Deal once again. doing what he do. All right. We're gonna switch up a little bit more funnier stuff before we go back to some serious stuff. Hey man, no, I guess it wouldn't be funny. It's just more of a interesting one. Fani, the lawyer Fani Willis going after Donald Trump, YSL, all these cases, allegedly it ain't alleged. They got documentation that
that ain't alleged. We can say it is what it is.
Yeah, so they have documentation that shows her dating and hiring a special prosecutor and giving him $640,000 to help out on this case against Donald Trump. Now he was married or allegedly separated, married at the time. She has been depositioned by the divorcing wife to talk now during a divorce case.
Oh, shoot.
That's what brought it out, is that they got all the documentation. And it's not like the thing is that they could have got away with this situation. And we'll talk about the political ramifications of it in a second. But they were doing couple stuff, like going on cruises. Like that ain't like, you can't say like, oh,
okay. Just like we talked about in the bonus episode, why must y'all do too much? Why you gotta be out there?
That was just about the political part. Yep. But I'm saying now, if you went to Miami and it's a conference or something, you ain't gonna be able to get caught because it's different stuff going on. But you going on cruises. They went to Napa Valley. They went to like places where it's like you're going with. It's a personal trip. This ain't no
right.
no, we going for work conference stuff. And this is my thing is this is legally they're trying to maneuver her and try to make her dispose herself. Legally, she's not in trouble because he actually does a great job. They say with his job actually as a special prosecutor, like he's not like doing anything illegal.
Right.
It taints your jury pool. It taints the look of it in general. And if you're going after Donald Trump, you got to live your life like Barack Obama did.
Living my life like it's golden. Like
no,
serious?
I'm talking about you can't do nothing.
No,
look, I'm not,
you golden.
Look,
like when I say golden, it's so straight line.
Yeah, look, if I'm telling you this now, if I was Fani or if your name was Fred and you were single and you wanted some, I just ain't gonna be able to fuck for these next 3 years. If I'm going to, no, I'm dead ass because I'm saying this. If this is this important to me, and I know what I'm going up against over these years, I don't need no new friends. I'm going to work. I'm going to the crib.
But it's also there's a way that you handle business, and then there's a way that you handle your personal
because
life.
You shouldn't have hired him in your office. That's the key.
I'm not going to even say that. I'm not even mad at that. But where you get caught up, it's like you said, what you was doing. How was people finding this out? You clearly posted something. Somebody was hating. You got caught up in this other stuff. You got to be so low key. So low key, just based on your role and what you're doing, because a lot of places don't like you fraternizing like that anywhere. Majority of jobs. Like hell, I worked at Nordstrom. Nordstrom don't even want you going out to get a drink with your coworkers after work. Like they don't, because for them it's bad for business, because if some shit go down and they link it everybody together, they firing you, and they do that all the time. All the time. I've seen it happen to so many different groups of friends at Nordstrom. So I'm telling you, like, that's just what it is. So anywhere. So you just got to move different. Just, people don't know how to be low key no more and have shit for themselves. We used to be a civilized country.
And no. And it goes back. Yo, we can't. We trying to go after Donald Trump. Even okay, let's say if we still gonna mess around. I'm not gonna go out there and say 3 years. I'm not gonna fuck. That's pretty.
I know we got the joke.
Yeah, but because I know I can see somebody in the comments being like, "Man, that's some sucker shit."
Because y'all like to come. Some people like to come at us, but it be the algorithm. But we gonna take what we can get. We like the engagement.
But all right, look here. We only gonna be at my crib. Your crib is off limits. Look, hotels only. Like we can't go on trips. I know we may love each other and we digging each other. That's cool.
Right now, it just gotta wait.
It's too much that we can lose with this. Matter of fact, just come through my crib if I'm Fani. That's it. That's the only thing you could. And matter of fact, I was like, that's too much. I was like, the Uber thing to get you caught. I was like, I was gonna
say, I'll call you a car service.
There you go. Yeah, you ain't even driving your car over here.
Yeah, no, you're not even driving your car.
Your Benz ain't gonna be in the front.
No spending night bag. It's nothing like that. It's no.
Well, I'll buy you clothes. I'll buy you clothes and have you clothes over here when you hang out.
Yeah,
that's it. Like, I mean, and we only gotta do it for a while, because after this case is over and whatever it transpires, then a few months later we can get out and do what we want to do, and if we want to be together, we're in love.
But then, and that's it. That's it.
Like. And it's disappointing, man, because it falls into so many tropes about black people, black women, and like it's just, to me, definitely now I feel like Donald Trump's gonna get off. I have a bad feeling about that because of this.
I don't think he was gonna get off because of this. I just knew he was getting off because he was white.
No, you said in general.
Yeah, I'm like,
Fani Willis ran on the fact of that I'm this moral person. I don't let nothing like this go within my department. She ran on these things. She just
I mean, and those things can very well still be true.
Yes,
she just
but you can't hire the dude you messing with that's married. First of all, even if he wasn't married, it would still be like, ugh. It would still make
it would be too
the
close
fact
to
that he was married when he was messing with you makes it even
that is the one. But she could also spin that like she didn't know. What? Who?
I mean, she hasn't responded to this though. She's trying to tweet through this.
I would just keep it moving. I wouldn't never listen. I'm blind to the bullshit. I don't see it. And I would just keep it moving. But like I said, like ultimately she could spin that like I didn't know. Like if that ever comes up, just say I wasn't aware, I didn't know. You know, when we started dating, he never wore a ring, so it never even crossed my mind to ask. Sorry, you got to be
Man, they
qualified.
talking about she might be removed. They talking about she might be removed from the case now.
Honestly, at this point, nothing surprises me. I'm not holding my breath for Donald Trump.
Hey, you know what, Fani, you may have to go. It's bigger than this. It's bigger than you. I'm sorry. Like,
I'm like, we know.
I'm bigger than you
this.
getting your groove back. It's bigger than you getting your groove back in Aruba with the special prosecutor. We got as what is Dino? What Nino Brown say? It's bigger than me. What Nino Brown say? It's bigger than me.
Oh my God, you're so funny. I'm at this point, like I said, like when it comes to this Donald Trump stuff, the fact that this man is still even allowed to, you know, like they didn't impeach him where he couldn't even run again. I already knew what it was. They're not gonna get him caught up. Like it's certain things that's you know, it is my business, but I be minding my black ass business, like Duran Bernard says, okay. And it does affect us, but like I said, it's a lot of people out here that allow these demons and evils to be, and people be like, oh, it was better when Donald Trump was in office. No, the fuck it wasn't. And what we're experiencing now is like the offsets of that shit. Like these are repercussions, and people don't understand. When people don't pay attention to politics and the ins and outs and understand how governments and all of that stuff work. And I'm not gonna sit up here and say Obama is innocent either. But also,
but Trump, the first few years of Trump, he benefited off of all the stuff Obama did build as well.
Yeah.
And when they were like, "Oh, it was so good," you get 2 years of a layoff.
No, and but we know that, and that's basic. That's like basic government 101.
It takes time for shit to fucking go through the system.
So just like how people are like, "Oh, Obama didn't do anything in his 8 years," and I'm just like, "Oh, well, actually he did, but it came more toward the end." But we're not going to sit up here. But when you understand politics and you understand the role of the president, right? The president does not have as much power as people would like to think that they do. They benefit off of, or they could be. I'm not going to say what's the opposite of benefit. What it be? It's one of those days.
Yeah.
Where you and not benefited, you know, go the adverse, the opposite for them.
Opposite.
Yeah. Opposite. And it looks like that they're a failure because there's still powers that may be. He could be vetoed.
Harm.
You know,
harm. Let's use harm.
Yeah.
Instead of benefit, harm.
Yeah. And but when you know how that works and when you pay attention to stuff like that, that's why I tell people, I say, you know, I could get y'all not, you know, you don't want to vote for the president or whatever, but at least vote for things at the municipal city level, because those things you'll definitely feel that impact more. You know, when all of that stuff happened. Listen, I grew up in what was that, third ward, fifth ward, whatever, wherever Jeffrey Boyd was. Listen, well, I can tell you, you start seeing the decline and shit. And that's also go back to, because I know they only playing aldermans and all of that stuff. When he tried to run against Tashara, I said, what the hell he think he doing? I'm like, because I know my mama been calling you about the crime, the drugs, about everything that's happening, and you ain't showed up and returned that phone call.
But you know he got jammed up in that.
I know. And I said, every dog has this day. And when my mom called me, told me, I said, are you surprised? And actually, he wasn't running against Tashara. He was running against, maybe it was.
He did run against Tashara.
Okay. I was like, maybe I'm wrong. I know it was a black.
Yeah, no, he was one of them people in that group of people that was running against Tashara. That is for sure.
I'm like, that's a whole nother conversation that we gonna have, that we can have offline, because I ain't trying to stir the folks up in the comments.
But yeah, Fani, I'm disappointed. I'm just disappointed. And she might have to go, man. Like Fani, I would love to have you. You gotta take her off the YSL case, because you gotta think about it. If I'm a lawyer, I'm on that. I'm on that. If I'm Young Thug and them,
I think that YSL case, Yo, I'm surprised at this rate that case hasn't been thrown out. It's so many things happening there. And I was like, oh, they haven't declared this a mistrial. Like I was explaining kind of a little bit of the ins and outs and with my sister and telling her the counselor. She's like, who are these people? What's going on? I was like, yo, so many things have been compromised. How are we even, dude? Just let the boy go. Y'all let the dude from Bitcoin go. Let him go.
Yeah. And look, this is the
They
thing.
gave Lucci 20
album.
years today.
Oh, he gonna talk about Fani so bad and them so bad on his next
He's not
album.
gonna even understand. He ain't gonna do that because it sets him up. It says that sets him up for failure, and he'll always be surveillance because of that. If he did that,
oh, you saying that today's gonna mess with him regardless?
They gonna mess with him.
But,
He
but
can't
I
do
mean,
that.
is he intelligent enough to understand that?
I would, based on the charges that he has, yes.
Okay.
I'm like, he ain't no dummy. Now he do dumb shit, but he ain't no dummy.
Which are two different things.
Yeah. Two different things. Girl, we was rooting for you, but I don't know. Like I said, I don't think this gonna mess it up too much because I already knew what the outcome was gonna be. And if that's not the outcome of that trial with DT, I will say, you know what? Hey, I fucked up again. I got it wrong.
I don't know, man. Because this one, it's like it's just it's frustrating because and it goes back to our conversation on our bonus episode. Go check us out. Go there. When we talk about absolute power corrupts, Fani thought she had it like that too, in a way.
What?
Shoot. Yeah, I'm gonna take my new nigga with me on a trip. He married still, so what? And I'm gonna get him a bag and everything so he could be up under me all the time.
I'm like, what's the line say on rise, falling your way, so you will grumble.
It's I mean, absolute power corrupts, man. And it's like, man,
but here's the thing. At some point, the blacks are gonna be mad at me when I say this. At some point, you think we would learn our lesson. You would think that we would learn our lesson.
It goes back to absolute power corrupting. You get to a point where you think you OJ. It's almost a thing of I ain't black, I'm OJ. To not necessarily to that extreme, but you think that you're above the regular shit.
Okay. There's a common denominator here, and it's our blackness.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the common denominator. So sorry, bud. You can't do that because you know how the cookie crumbles for you. It's been happening in oh my God. Next. Speaking of blackness.
Yeah, speaking of blackness, would you all right, let's see. Do you want to go down?
I want to go rap shit. Because I'm let me bask in this.
Oh, okay. So do you want to do the two kids at the same time? Dude.
Okay, let's start there.
Yeah, I got the video queued up for you too already. Since we look, even though I feel like I'm the Columbus, I discovered some shit you already told me. But now since I
thought you paid attention to those tabs over there.
Yeah, I do, but I was like, I didn't know if it was gonna flow like look right on the show.
Yeah, my bad. I thought you
3 weeks apart.
My
like,
bad.
Yeah, what's the situation with that? Like,
I wasn't ready. Like, my kids are 3 weeks apart. Like,
yeah, what's the situation with that? Like,
I wasn't ready, so I was like, bro, I ain't ready. So like, that was an argument of ours. So I'm like, all right, bet. I'm finna get Shawty pregnant.
Whoa!
So I got her pregnant on purpose.
Okay.
That's such a Sagittarius thing to do.
Okay.
Such a Sagittarius, so spontaneous.
Bruh.
You set yourself up to be stressed out.
How was it dealing with the pregnancy? Did you do the maternity photos or anything like that? Or
it was so stressful. I ain't talked to one, and I barely talked to the other one during the pregnancy because it was too much. I was trying to work, so I'm like, I can't let this like take over me, and this is what I need to take over.
So you ignored them their whole pregnancy.
All right, Dom, what you got?
I want so much more for us. as a race of people. He was in the slow class. He was on the slow bus because in your mind, how does that make sense? Oh, I'm just gonna go and get somebody else pregnant because I can't deal with that right now. So like the home, like dude said, so you set yourself up for that stress. Because your method to problem solving is let me not go get snipped. Let me make sure that everybody else that I'm sleeping with, I'm using protection, because not only do babies exist, but STDs and STIs are still very alive and well and prevalent. And some shit I can't get rid of, and there's still shit out there that can kill me. I'm gonna go get somebody else pregnant. I have an experience. I have an ex that did some fuck shit like that. And it wasn't because he didn't acknowledge the other kid. It was because the girl that he had the baby on, once he finally told her once the other girl was due, because mind you, he weighed his options. He was trying to see if he like we like to call a hobosexual.
What is a hobosexual?
People that be needing places to live.
Oh,
so they get with women and they, or men because they need places to live. And so ultimately he weighed his options over there, tried to see what the girl was gonna say, which I felt like her response was still stupid, but whatever. Because you having a baby by somebody that you don't know, that you met in the club. And then you turn around once that don't go your way, you have to reveal what's happening. And then her response is, "Well, I should be able to have a baby. I need to have a baby." And your dumb ass turn around and get it pregnant. And you don't take care of the first baby, but you take care of the second baby. That's stupid as hell. Y'all gotta stop thinking with y'all dicks, and women gotta stop doing shit based off of their heart and they feelings. Like y'all need to stop doing dumb shit. I ain't never laid up with a man and had sex with him and said, "Oh, get me pregnant." the time the nigga when I was having sex and that boy asked me to be his girlfriend, I said, "Take me home. I got too much life to live."
What's wrong with you?
Yeah. On top of the fact that he wasn't doing it right anyway, so just get me out of here.
Yeah, but it's all bad. Everything's all bad already.
This is so disgusting and it's so trashy. It's so ghetto, but we glamorize shit like that. Like Future has 8 different baby mamas.
That's a wild boy for you right there.
It is wild, but it's a law, right? It's cool because Future has money. Well, that motherfucker got a kid that want to do music and he won't help him out. That's why I be talking about that nepotism. So you're going to make it hard for him because it was hard for you, bro. You dumb. You're really dumb, for real. Shout out to Antoine Dotson.
Shout out to Antoine Dotson, man. I saw like an interview with him a little while ago. Dude's doing well for himself.
Man, yeah, I think he went to real estate. So ultimately,
I believe he's a Hebrew Israelite too now, low key.
Oh God, okay. Changing subject.
I believe so.
Let's go back to the situation at hand. Don't get me started on that. Because next thing you know, the headline, Antoine does beat his wife or beat his girlfriend up because he couldn't control her. Anyway, it's really sad and disheartening because we talk about the things that happen to us systemically and how we'll likely never be able to overcome that, right? And overthrow that, regardless of, like what race you are. When I say race, I mean like people of color and Black people. We're different. And so with that lies and lives community, and we've lost our sense of community. And I do think that there are some people trying to find their way back to that, but it's so important. Like, where's this man's father? Where's his uncle? Where's his father? Because I listen, and your homeboy, and we talk about the disconnect between men and women, and we always want to play the accountability roles, but the accountability roles fall back on your circle as well. Because you ain't got no homeboy that said to you, yeah, man, you know, leave that other broad alone. Let's go get Keisha pregnant over there. Nobody has said that to you. I got homeboys that if they know somebody in their circle where they don't take care of their kids, they don't fuck with them. Y'all are like that. I don't have any male friends like that. Anytime that there's something, I got niggas in my phone right now that I can call. I can fly a cousin out here. If I had to, here lives around the corner. There's no way. There's no way that your feeble mind thought of that. That's the solution. Let me run over here and get somebody else pregnant. This is You didn't jack off before it had that clarity nut, that post clarity nut that y'all talk about all the time,
which is needed.
Oh my God, this is so disgusting and filthy and embarrassing. And he like sitting up there with his teeth all spaced out looking stupid. Yeah, man, because I didn't know I was ready for all of that. So I'm going to
go. It's fuck boy behavior, Dom. Like, this is the definition of a fuck nigga right here, though. Like, if you looked up fuck nigga in the dictionary, his picture be one of the pictures right next to it. Because this is the dumbest shit. And I bet you he be the same motherfucker be talking about, man, my baby moms and them be coming after my checks all the time.
Well, you know who made your life difficult? You, sir.
You did. Exactly. The one dude said it in the clip. He said, dude, so you just decided you was going to do this because you was going to make your life difficult on purpose.
And you always, you want to feel bad for people. You want to have some sort of empathy when crazy things happen. Like, you know, people always want to take the side of the athlete. She was trying to catch him up, but it's like, also, you know what comes with that in like the industry that you work in.
Once again, we talk about Fani, the same thing. Like, yo, you know what it is.
Yep, you know
what thinking you above the bullshit. That's the thing. People think they get above the bullshit. Like, oh, I'm such and such. I play for the Cincinnati Bengals. Oh, nigga, that shit happened to other niggas. It don't happen to me.
I you know, and just we saw how that played out with Zion Williamson. We crack jokes about it all the time. Like, we literally every other week it is somebody caught up in something with one of these
I want to give some roses to Anthony Edwards. He would that baby is not coming. It's official. But,
I mean, yeah.
No. But he stood on it. He was like, no, let me see that video.
I'm surprised he didn't go out there and go to the clinic.
Or pay for like security, somebody to take her to somewhere like, hey, like when we said with Fani, car service coming and get you.
Yep.
And take you up there themselves.
I'm like literally.
But people think they're above the bullshit, though. When you're talking about that situation, like you're not special. It can happen to any of us.
He learned that day.
Oh, I bet you Anthony won't get jammed up again, though. I can see Zion getting jammed up again, though.
And you want to know what's funny is that so I have League Pass. And so League Pass has like these different short episodes where you kind of see into people's lives a little bit, or because Jason Tatum got one. He talks about when he finds out about his former girlfriend being pregnant, because it was like right when he got drafted.
Yep.
And so he was like 19 or something. So he was like, I'm gonna be honest, like I wasn't ready for this. I didn't want to have no kid. But once
it is what it is now.
Yeah, it is what it is now. So then but then they do one on Anthony Edwards. And so Anthony Edwards
is my type of dude in general, though. For real.
He seemed like a cool dude. Like him and his siblings are tight. His I don't think their daddy is around, but they really close to their grandfather. So like their mom died of cancer, and then their grandmother died of cancer like 7 months later. So like they got hit back to back, and you know, like they really fucking close. So even watching that, I said, how does this dumb ass nigga get caught up in that shit? Because you know, if your brother ain't told you, your sister told you.
For sure.
But people, you know what? But sometimes life is the best experience. Some people, hard head, make a soft behind. We all done experienced it. And we've all tried to tell people certain things so they don't have to experience it. My sister 26 years old. That bitch still hard-headed. I love her. Hard-headed as hell. And I just be like, baby, we be telling you shit so you don't have to deal with it. Because either we went through it or one of our friends went through it, so we vicariously lived it through them. Y'all gotta stop being stupid.
That's true.
Y'all, and it's just point blank, period. Y'all gotta stop being fucking stupid. Because y'all talk about family and all of this stuff, and you go over here. I always wanted to experience this. Well, you was planting your seed every fucking where, so you never even allowed yourself the opportunity to even try to step into that role to try it out. I wasn't ready for that, so I'm just gonna be somebody else pregnant. Oh my God, that was like the dumbest thing I've heard of 2024. 2024 is showing out already. I'm overwhelmed in an underwhelming way. I hope February get better because it's our month. It's our time. Cool it down. Cool it down.
All right, let's get let me pull up here. Let's go. Chris Stokes, the illustrious Christopher Stokes' wife, has come out. Can you read? Would you like to? Do you have her post up? We can read it for us real quick.
I got it.
All right. Yeah. I would.
I honestly. I married him in 2004, just days before I gave birth to my fourth child. He has faced accusations of sexual acts that I know to be true, but parties are unwilling to come forward and confirm them. I can confirm that he committed these acts, and it begins with acknowledging what I didn't want to accept. I married a perpetrator of such crimes. Now it's time for me to liberate my spirit and open up about it. For the past 2.5 years, I've dedicated time to self-improvement, working on my mental, physical, and emotional well-being, often in solitude. At this point, my heart's desire is for every victim, including myself, to heal and live long, healthy, productive lives. I seek justice. Hashtag Chris Stokes. Hashtag Marcus Houston. Hashtag accusations. Hashtag truth. Hashtag reality. Sister.
What?
You didn't send for me, but I'm coming for you. We have known this since the 90s. What the hell do you mean that you didn't know? You didn't want to believe it to be true. You saw a money bag opportunity, and so you tried to seize it, and you took it. That's what you did. Don't play in our faces like that. Don't play in Raspy face like that, or fucking Quindy's face, sis. Like, what we're not going to do is that. The fact that Raspy and Quindon could describe Marcus Houston's penis to a T, both of them, same thing. Chris Stokes is Raspy's cousin. He's sick. I watched a Tubi movie with Erica Mena, and then at the end, really, because I was getting my popcorn during the credits, opening credits. So I was I said, oh, I don't want to support this.
Yeah, I realized I don't, as soon as I see if it's Chris Stokes, I don't support it.
No, not at all, sis. So this healing, you have to, that's on you. It's not about everybody else. That's on you because you know what you did. Y'all can play in Raspy face all fucking day, but y'all got him fucked up. And when people, y'all like, oh, he's crazy, he's this and that. No, this is because this person has gone insane trying to get y'all to see what the fuck has been happening to him. But it's the same case. It's the same thing that happened in White Hollywood. People like to turn the other cheek, sweep things under the rug. I hope that it goes away. But baby, Chris Stokes, it's a pile of mess under that rug. And you knew what the fuck you was doing.
Hold on. His ex is younger than me. So hold on.
When you say younger than you, what's younger than you? She younger than me?
No, like 3 years and 3 or 4 years younger than me. So what I'm saying is when she got Chris Stokes, all this stuff was already out. Is my point.
Oh yeah, no, but that's the thing. I knew this.
I'm talking about the 90s stuff. I can get like if you got with him in the early 2000s, maybe you didn't know because. But I'm talking about when Raz B came out with 07.
No, let me tell you, real B2K fans know. So after they pulled the plug on
B2K, that was a little bit too young for me.
Yeah, okay. Look, it was the world stood still for me. So there was this site that you could go. I know we talked about this because when we talked
about, but it wasn't known. I'm talking about when Raz B is when it really blew up, where it was like,
well, they say Raz B, J Book, and Lil Fizz talk about it in this interview. It was this paid interview, and we was all sharing the log in. It was like a 3-hour interview where they're even going in the accusations of how they wasn't paid fairly, how they kind of, got Amarion in on this. Like it's a whole thing. And so this was and it's always been whispers, even in the We Got It days of Immature where their hair was laid. It was always whispers about this. But B2K, like them other members, they confirmed that shit.
Oh no, she's older than me.
Oh, okay.
I think she is. I see. This is the thing. I can't put my finger on it. I'll keep going though. I'm gonna find it.
And then it's her days before she gave birth to her 4th child. Is this kid with him?
Oh, I'm looking at this profile. So no, she might be older than me. I think she is older than me because she discovered Omarion. It says she discovered him and told him let Chris Stokes know about Omarion.
Oh wow!
So she been around it. Okay, even worse. So you
knew.
You was sitting there letting it ride.
She just as guilty as them people about that Robert Kelly shit. She just is guilty. She saw opportunity where it benefited her financially and she took it.
Yeah, she is older than me.
I'm sorry. There's nothing and I don't like to put sexuality on people, but there's nothing about Chris Stokes that gives me straight man. No tea, no shade. You have ruined like people's lives multiple times, and then probably because people are profiting, benefiting off of you financially, like these movies. Like Marcus Houston ain't no saint. I'm surprised J Boog even worked with them like that. And that's Marcus Houston money. But see, y'all gonna have to learn one day. All money ain't good money.
I agree.
That will be tied up in that. Oh, girl, what's looking for some empathy and sympathy? Girl, fuck you.
Yeah, she known him for a grip. She said I married in 2004. So
yeah, I married him in 2004. Yeah. You knew what you was doing.
Yeah,
it was out then. It was out.
Like you said, that you was trying to get that money going.
And you probably saved up enough now in your rainy day account, and so now you're looking for an exit. Sorry, sis. No, you get no love over here.
Yeah, it's just it's one of those things of like, man, and I don't know. It maybe Chris Stokes has got low key with his stuff, and like because the streets is hot, in general.
He always been low key. It's just that people talk.
Yeah, but I'm saying maybe he, because he hasn't been. It's been, I'm just saying if you look at the landscape, if I'm him, I would be booking my trip to Bali in a little bit. If I'm him,
I'm surprised. I don't know. And sometimes people feel like it's easier in that case to just like say something. I'm surprised Raz B hasn't tried to sue him or Marcus Houston. We've never heard anything about that. I should DM him and ask.
He probably will respond too.
We've sent messages before because like I have met him back in the day in St. Louis, just like randomly for the Scream tour. And like I found the picture when I went to St. Louis. I forgot all about it. And then I like tagged him and then he saw it and then like had sent me a couple of messages. Nothing inappropriate, nothing like that. But just being kind. And so I bet I'm like, have you ever? I'm like, this is reparations for you. This is you. Get your shit, get your money. Because he's probably for sure past the statute limit, huh?
Chris Stokes is an old ass nigga to be doing this shit. He's 58 years old.
But then you get certain people that you can groom. So like think about it from this perspective. He been Marcus Houston in Marcus Houston's ass since Marcus Houston before Sister. Because he got that after. Because
he had immature, like that's his group. Immature.
Yeah, playtime is over. And then don't forget the version before that, where it was Half Pint.
Yeah, that Filipino brother. Yeah.
Yeah. And then that happens, and then you get Sister, and then like you are kind of like this superstar, you know, like at least in the Black world. You know what I mean? So he groomed him. So he probably thought that was just like, these are normal Hollywood things. Like when people talk about like the ins and outs or the dark side of Hollywood, that's what they be talking about. So they just
I know it's like this. Now I'm okay. Now go to Chris Stokes's IG, and you're gonna, and as soon as you get there, you're gonna know why she put out this statement. Let me know when you get there and what you see.
Like his name is Chris Stokes 1969.
Yeah.
There's nothing.
So what do you see there that would provoke someone like her to release that statement?
Is it that family picture?
With his new chick? Yep.
There's nothing about him.
He got 2 kids with some new woman. That's what released. That's why old girl said something, because I think they just got divorced too, right?
I don't even. This is just. I don't get it. There's nothing about. Listen, you know what? Who are me to judge? I'm not God. Mm-hmm. Let me shut the fuck up. Let me shut up. I'm done.
I mean,
cause what? I already said what I had to say. Yeah. Everybody is just trying to get a bag at this point, and everybody is putting their feelings.
The I Only Listen to 90s Music podcast is a show for 80s babies who were 90s kids. If you were a No Limit soldier, then this is your show. If you believe that Cash Money is not an army but was a Navy, this is the show for you. If you and your friends ever tried to sing a song written by Escape, In Vogue, Shy, or Boyz II Men at a talent show during middle school, this is your show. The I Only Listen to 90s Music podcast is a bunch of 80s babies talking about all the songs and things that we loved when we were kids and teenagers. So if you went to the skating rink and you were at a lock-in, this is the show for you. If you think that Tevin Campbell was the original Prince of R&B, this is the show for you. If you don't understand the conflict between Monica and Brandy, but you're kind of on Monica's side and understand why Brandy got punched, this is the show for you. Make sure that you tune in, subscribe, click the little subscribe link. We're here. We're going to talk about all things 90s music. This is the show for you.
Side and what they already know to be true, and I'm just going to be this beard temporarily, and that's it. The thing that's shitty about it is that it's children involved. That's the shittiest part, one of the shittiest parts of this. On top of y'all molesting and taking advantage of people, there are other children involved. Next
Finally, our last topic, rap shit being canceled. You predicted this. 3 months ago or so, 3-4 months ago.
With
Because
the writer
strike.
strike.
You said because of the writer strike.
Yeah. The writer strike is where Black shows go to die, unfortunately. And we've seen this happen time and time again. We saw it happen with Girlfriends. We saw it happen with Grand Crew isn't coming back, which actually it like I think people we
Rule the world.
rule the okay. We gonna talk about this. Season 2 was kind of terrible, but ultimately, like people were talking about, oh, the game got canceled. I was like, well, the game kind of didn't get canceled. The reboot got canceled, but the game I don't
count. Season like 15. Like, how long are we gonna do this?
I wasn't counting the game. So ultimately, here's the thing: is that we know what happened during 2020 with all this diversity inclusion. A lot of companies have gone away with that.
Mm-hmm.
My company didn't even try to do that. It's me and one other Black girl in corporate, okay? Like, and I shouldn't even crack jokes about that. And does it make me feel a certain type of way? Yes, but this is a placeholder for me, and I know that.
Yeah.
And that also has to happen in Hollywood. And so having friends that are in the industry, I don't have my SAG card yet. I just updated my IMDb and put my headshot on there. Okay. I have credits for a movie that I did when I lived in St. Louis. I was an extra, but I'm going to add all the credits to different game shows or whatever that I've done. I am going to add it. So ultimately what happens is that we knew what was going to happen with the writer's strike, that the studios were going to keep it going at a minimum of 3 months because they had a lot of deals in play. So like, let's say, how Issa has her deal with HBO.
Mm-hmm.
They could have severed ties. Like they would have been allowed to sever ties with a lot of people, and a lot of people lost their deal, and they wouldn't have to pay that penalty on ending that contract. So that was one of the things. But also we talk about, as Black people, having shows where it's people that look like us, where it's not always a hood movie, where it's not always a some ghetto weird shit happening. We talk about it all the time. And when we see people, Black people, thriving in different areas of life, like a Grand Crew, I know so many Black people. I got a friend that consulted on that show that's a Somalia, that's from St. Louis. Yeah. A really good, he's my play brother. It's like big brother. Shout out to Devin, because Devin got me hired at this prestigious like restaurant out here. I worked there a week. I walked out, but it's fine. Where you are seeing people just like all of us are not angry all the time. We're not frustrated. And then even those shows still do touch on those different topics because we're Black. But are we not allowed to be silly? Are we not allowed to be goofy? You got the Book of Clarence that had like a $50 million budget. It's only done like not 8 million. Was it 8 million?
It's something like that. It's single digits.
It's very low.
Yeah.
American Fiction, great movie, so great, and not moving numbers. You had,
but that want to do well. That want to do well because of the Oscar season. They'll pick up. It'll pick. American Fiction has some more. They'll get later legs on like.
Yeah, I think so for sure. But Color Purple, it was projected to do really, really well because it's the second biggest opening day movie on Christmas. So that first weekend they did like something crazy, but then it just fell off. And then there's a movie with Ava DuVernay.
Yeah. Yep.
I always tussle with that.
With Anjanae Ellis in it.
Yeah.
Based on a real book, based on a book, true story.
Yes. And nobody's going to see it. That's still in the six figures at the box office. So we complain about these things, and I just challenge us.
But we have, you know, we gotta go harder for stuff we love. Too.
But that's what I was
like
gonna say.
Wonder Years, one of my favorite shows that got canceled. I mean, Southside, which was a comedy, got canceled. I love that.
I'm still shocked about that. I'm really shocked about that.
With the Wonder Years or Southside?
Southside. Because
that one was in the streaming, and that seemed like that was a lower budget. Like it didn't seem like it needed a lot of money for it. That would make it seem like it would make financial sense and it would turn a profit.
But that goes back to what we talk about. Like, you know, I think it's not just us. It's white people have to also be accepting of seeing us in different areas of life. Because we talked about this, how many people went to go see Harriet? And I felt like
Harriet. I didn't like Harriet.
See, I wasn't even wasting my time.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
You know,
yeah.
I wasn't wasting my time. Like, you know, I've heard different things about it, but it wasn't for me. But you do stuff like that have like crazy numbers at the box office, but we talk about what we don't want to see ourselves as, and then y'all go out and see that, or even listen, y'all can hate on Tyler Perry, but Tyler Perry know his audience, and they always gonna come out and support. It might not be us because we don't see ourselves in those characters, but they always show out for Tyler Perry, and y'all be complaining about Tyler Perry, but everybody go. So at some point, like you said, we have to, even if you don't go, you got to buy a ticket. Or something like something has got to give. Something has got to give, because this is going to be the ongoing thing. When we have stuff, y'all crack jokes about it all the time. Just like Tubi. Now it's everybody did the deep dive. Oh, Tubi's owned by Fox. They're owned by white people. That's why a lot of this. No, don't do that.
Because a lot of black creators are getting work on Tubi too, man.
I literally just said on my live, my homeboy show BT is on Tubi now. So y'all can watch me on Tubi. Season 2 of Give Me 5.
He was disrespectful for that Stevie Wonder comment, though, just for the record.
Listen,
that was so disrespectful.
BT likes controversy, and I just let BT be, and I don't. Like, he thinks old dude from Silk is one of the greatest vocalists. And
Lil G?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe.
It's Lil G, yeah.
Yeah. He think he's like one of the greatest vocalists of all time, and I'm just like,
he oversings like a mug.
But you're talking about Stevie Wonder. See, this is why I just let him talk.
I was so mad when I saw that clip from y'all on that show. I was like, oh no.
I didn't want to approve the collaboration. But yeah, so like when y'all friends, so when it's people, you know, like Kev on Stage, you know, like All Black Network, where people are creating these platforms, we have to support the shows. We just can't be supporting it when it be on these big networks. Like, y'all like Power because it's nigga shit, but it's other stuff out there too. And I challenge people to go and find a show that you've never seen and give it a try. Yeah, like, man. Seriously, because
I love the Wonder Years. The Wonder Years, I like the Wonder Years, the new Wonder Years.
You mentioned that to me, and I tried to get into it, but I think that day I was sleepy.
It's so good and funny, man. Because it was so deep, it gets real deep because they connected to the original Wonder Years too.
We'll see, but also again, where black shows go to die. Because I've heard nothing but rave reviews about the Wonder Years. Nothing. And especially Ben Savage being one of the producers. No, that's just a name. But he's
but he was supposedly abusing cats on the set and stuff too. They said Ben Savage was wilding on the set.
Well,
supposedly.
On the new one.
Yeah.
Well, there you have it. That'll do it. That'll do it. That does it.
It was so deep, man. Did you watch the original Wonder Years?
I do remember it. Yes.
So you know, on there, remember Winnie's brother died in Vietnam there, right?
I was really, really little.
Winnie's brother dies in Vietnam during the show. They connected to this Wonder Years that the older brother was in his platoon.
Oh wow!
And he was going to go take the flag to Winnie's family.
Oh wow.
Dude, that was so dope to like connect that, because they're from two different places. Because I believe they're from like Pennsylvania, and he's from Alabama. But he was going to go take the folded up flag to his family and talk to his family about him. And he was like, he told me about his sister Winnie, and I want to let her know how much her brother loved her.
Oh.
I mean, how much her brother loved her. Like, dude, I was like, oh, that was slick.
You almost cried.
Yeah, man. I love the Wonder Years as a kid, man. Oh,
but
man,
it also there's a level of nostalgia there for you too, right?
Yeah.
But then
I do when I sing out of tune. I love. Hey, I know all the guys. They say, help from me. All I need is.
Look,
hey, that Wonder Years intro was dope.
But here's the crazy thing. You get Kenya Barris getting cleared to reimagine fucking Wizard of Oz. and like I said in my reel, we didn't ask for that. But yes, you got the green light. And he's created the same show over and over again. I can see your baby in the background.
No, it's not the baby in the background.
And Juice behind you. There's somebody in that room.
Go. Keep going.
But so that's what's frustrating, is that there's so many scripts that roll through Hollywood. There's so many people that deserve an opportunity and a chance to like be seen, and we keep getting the same stories over and over time and time again, and that's where it gets frustrating.
Yeah.
And I was really mad about Grand Crew. And I was mad about American Auto too. And I get like people wasn't really, but my friend was on American Auto. So I liked it a lot. And I got to meet Anna Gasteyer at his house for his baby birthday party. I was like, oh my God, I love you since SNL. I'm not gonna fangirl you, but baby, huge fan. Huge fan. And she was so sweet. She was so sweet. And it was like, you know, it just sucks. Because I'm a person, I like low impact stuff a lot of times. Like true detective. I'm locked. I'm surprised I'm locked in like this, because the way my heart is, I couldn't even finish. I gotta still finish the show with Dion Cole on BET Plus. My homeboys.
Oh, you know what? No, you know it was on Paramount Plus. They took it off.
I got BET Plus, so let me know if you need to log in.
Oh yeah, because I'm like episode 4 on that, man.
Yeah, but yo, dude, I don't want to tell Malcolm. I was like, Malcolm, and because I want us to like interview him, you know. Yeah. But I had to take. I said, yo, I had to turn it off and like walk around my living room to calm down.
It was like crazy dark comedy, like drama thing though. Like that first episode, I was just like, y'all going there.
Yeah, Average Joe is so good. Yeah. And so but even still, like, so I know Michael Blackson has a show on BET Plus. My friend Tangerine is on it. And it's only so many episodes, and she don't even know what's happening with it. So it just sucks, because we want quality content. We want to be able to just laugh and have fun, and unfortunately, where we are with the strike and all of that, like, this is just what happens. Our shows get to go to a sitcom. I mean, to a graveyard.
Yeah.
And we just got to do better, and, you know, supporting our shows and fighting for our shows. Because I was hoping that Issa would try to shop rap shit to another network.
But she's got that deal with HBO, though, right? She got that deal with HBO.
She got a deal with HBO, but it's not like they can't end her deal, which I feel like that's something they probably gonna try to get out of. Because you're not giving them another Insecure. I'm surprised HBO greenlit that the reality show Sweet Life. I'm surprised they did that.
That's a reality show?
It was Sweet Life. The Sweet Life is a reality show. and it was on for 2 seasons, and then they canceled it. And then she said they was gonna try to look for another home. I don't know if her deal with HBO is an exclusive deal where she can't do any other projects like that, produce any other projects. I don't know the ins and outs, but I know that if they give her something else and that gets canceled, doesn't go through, they gonna end that contract. They'll pay her out.
Just say we just gonna move on.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Because it sucks because the side characters were so good, but I think people had a hard time connecting with rap shit in season 1, like that first half of it, but the second half it got better, and then season 2 was really, really good. But it was low viewership.
But it was a strike.
Yeah, and it was for sure low viewership. It wasn't that like, oh, we just want to cancel it. It was just that it wasn't doing the numbers, and that goes back to us watching our stuff.
Yeah, and we got oh man, but it sucks though. It sucks that it went out like that.
Because representation is so important. And I get it. People like, y'all always want to talk about hood stuff, but like there are somebody that's hood, but I'm like, yeah, but at some point it gets old, and we know how it always ends. Look at motherfucker from Snowfall. It ends like that, dead or in jail.
Which Snowfall, we might have to do a deep dive into that at some point, because that ending is a perfect ending to me for that show.
Some people, I didn't, like I said, I started the first season.
Oh, so you didn't finish it?
I never
but you know how it ends, though, right?
Yeah, I know how it ends based on the memes.
Oh, damn. But if you watch the show, but if you watch the show, it's one of those things of like, some people be like, oh, well, he should have went to jail or died, maybe, or something else happened.
But
the fact that you stay in he's in perpetual hell with addiction and being fucked up is the ultimate way of you're just living in perpetual hell forever for the rest of your life. It's almost damn near.
Yeah, unless you get clean.
But that's the whole thing, is that like he wasn't though. Like the whole point, I think, is that he's not.
I mean, but also it's like you become.
And then we got the spinoff of Gail Bean coming, so maybe he might.
Yeah, and then ultimately what happens is that you become what you are, like what you created.
He came what his dad was originally at the beginning of the series.
Yeah. Now
what he despised, what his dad was.
Always, but that so that's a funny thing that you said, because I always tell people, especially when it comes to relationships and whatnot, I always say, when you consistently speak about what you don't want, you create that manifests, because there's life and death in the tongue. So if that's all you focusing on, well, I don't want this and I don't want that, and and that person, I'm like, you keep dating these people that you say you don't want. Like, you don't want, like, how does that happen? And once I started to break that down to friends, like they was like, oh my God, like they started to think about that whole, I'm like, we focusing on the positive. Let's manifest the positive person and move on from there.
Man, great thoughts from you. But Don, where can people hit you up at? First of all, y'all check out our Patreon as well.
Yes.
Go check that out ASAP. Subscribe in there. By the time you all get this full episode, it'll be something in there for you to already munch on a little bit. That from what we talk about the bonus episode will be in there.
And then I'll even, I have a picture of us from, I think, over the summer. So I'll put that in there too.
Okay.
So, but y'all can find me at St. Angeles on IG.
Let's get her numbers up so she can get to that 10K for her monetization on IG.
Please. And YouTube, St. Angeles. He'll put it in the title.
It's always in the show notes.
Yeah, all of it's in the show notes. Candleline, St-Angeles.com. Use Aquarius at checkout. Valentine's Day is coming up. Check out the latest episode of Whiskey Sour. It's called Church Hurt with Tavisha. It's my homegirl that has a podcast that centers around church hurt, just literally what it is, different avenues of it. And we also talk about like, okay, well, if you experience this church hurt, she's like deep into the church now and all this stuff. So we do the ins and outs of everything. So please make sure y'all like, subscribe, and share that as well. And that's all I got, friend.
Yeah, well, we'll be back soon. We'll have some more stuff coming out soon. We ain't gonna tell y'all when we come back. We just pop back up on y'all. And we'll see y'all soon. Peace.